I see it jiggling.
Really?
Yeah. I'm really jiggling.
Greatest hike.
This situation with Kanye West is getting really serious, and the internet is in shock. Alleged private messages from North West's phone reportedly leaked, and the content is extremely alarming. Fans are talking about mentions of a sugar daddy, secret conversations, and a 12-year-old girl being involved in something completely inappropriate, something that should never happen to anyone, let alone a child. According to reports, Kanye discovered the messages himself and immediately reacted with panic and anger. His reaction has left fans asking tough questions about what really goes on behind the scenes with Kim Kardashian and her family. When you think about Kanye's long history of warning the public about Hollywood exploiting children, combined with ongoing custody battles and disputes over trademarks, this doesn't just feel like another Kanye meltdown. It starts to feel like a serious nightmare. If North could hide something so dangerous from her own mother, what else could be slipping through the cracks? And why does it seem like Kanye is the only one sounding the alarm? The rumors are troubling, especially considering North is only 12 and growing up in one of the most famous and wealthiest families in Hollywood. Reports suggest that Kanye found the messages during a visitation, and his reaction was understandable. He was looking out for his daughter's safety. Many fans have been shocked that North could allegedly hide such messages from her mother, raising concerns about whether Kim is truly keeping a close eye on her children. The situation becomes even more complicated when you consider the family dynamics. Kanye has been very vocal about how protective he is of his kids, particularly North. He has repeatedly expressed concern about Hollywood's influence and the risk of exploitation. At one point, Kim trademarked their children's names without Kanye's full consent, giving her more control over their likenesses. This has fueled speculation that she may be trying to assert authority over the children in ways Kanye does not approve of. Fans have pointed out that Kim allegedly tried to change the kids' last names to Kardashian, removing West entirely. While she has claimed it was because Kanye was an absent father, many believe the motive might be more about control than parenting. There are also theories suggesting that she could be alienating the children from Kanye, so he can't interfere with decisions she makes regarding them. The allegations don't stop there. Some sources have claimed that Kim and her mother, Kris Jenner, have historically been involved in manipulating or arranging relationships with wealthy men for publicity or profit. These claims, if true, make Kanye's concerns even more understandable. The family has faced long-standing rumors about these types of practices, which only adds fuel to the fire when worrying about North's safety. The history between Kim, Kris, and other famous figures adds layers to the story. Reports suggest that Kris was involved in helping manage or manipulate Kim's relationships in ways that benefited the family's public image. Some fans even connect this pattern to Kim's handling of her children's public presence and finances. With all these factors in play, Kanye's strong reaction seems more like a father protecting his child rather than an overreaction. Ultimately, this entire situation is messy, disturbing, and uncomfortable. It touches on family dynamics, fame, control, and the very real risk of exploitation in Hollywood. Kanye's long-standing concerns about his children's safety, combined with these new reports, make this more than just celebrity drama. It's a wake-up call about the pressures and dangers children can face, even in wealthy families. Fans are watching closely, and many are asking serious questions about how North and her siblings are being protected. What happened in that moment was completely inappropriate, and someone should have stepped in immediately. Instead, nothing was said. At the time, Tyga was allegedly Kylie's boyfriend, and the adults around them appeared to accept the situation, no matter how uncomfortable it looked from the outside. Because the relationship was being quietly allowed, nobody challenged it, and the behavior went unchecked. That silence is exactly why fans still talk about it today. When you put all of this together, it becomes easier to understand why many people believe Kim may have known about the alleged messages on North's phone and chose not to act. To critics, this kind of behavior fits what they see as the Kardashian way of doing things, normalizing situations that should raise serious concerns. What makes the situation even more heartbreaking is that Kanye West has been warning the public about these exact fears for years. Back in 2022, Kanye openly called out the Kardashian family, saying they did not have full control over where his children go to school or how they are presented to the public. He made it clear that he would never allow his daughters to be involved in adult content or be pushed into situations meant for grown adults. In his own words, he said he would never let Kris Jenner pimp out his children, no matter how famous or powerful the family became. Kanye also spoke about how damaging Hollywood culture can be, especially for young girls. He claimed adult content had already harmed his family and said social media platforms often encourage harmful behavior instead of protecting children. According to him, he was determined to keep his daughters away from that environment and stop the cycle before it reached them. At the time, many people dismissed his comments as another public outburst. He didn't stop there. Kanye accused the Kardashian family of trying to manipulate public opinion by making him look unstable whenever he raised concerns. He argued that speaking uncomfortable truths does not mean someone is spiraling. Instead, he insisted that he was fighting powerful systems that profit from control, image, and influence. He even said that women he personally knew, including those working in adult industries, found the way his daughters were being presented disturbing. This is where the story shifts from celebrity gossip to something much more unsettling. If Kanye has been expressing these fears for years, and now alleged messages appear that match what he warned about, it forces people to rethink everything. Maybe this was never about him being difficult or controlling. Maybe it was about a father sensing danger and reacting the only way he knew how. Kanye has always been vocal about protecting North in particular. He has described her as creative, sensitive, and deeply affected by the world around her. When reports claim that he discovered questionable messages during one of his visits, his intense reaction suddenly makes more sense. Any parent would panic if they believed their child was being exposed to harmful influences, especially at such a young age. What troubles fans most is the idea that these warning signs could have been missed or ignored. If a child growing up in a wealthy, high-profile family is still vulnerable, it raises serious questions about supervision and boundaries. Fame and money are often seen as protection, but they can also attract the wrong kind of attention. That reality makes Kanye's fears feel less extreme and more realistic. There's also the issue of control. Kanye has repeatedly claimed that he was pushed out of decisions involving his children, including branding and legal rights connected to their names. Those disputes made him believe that his role as a father was being minimized. To outsiders, it looked like chaos. To him, it felt like losing his voice in his children's lives. The hardest part of this story is that no one truly knows what happens behind closed doors. Fans can only piece things together based on statements, behavior, and past patterns. Still, when those patterns repeat, people start paying closer attention. The idea that warnings were ignored for the sake of image or business makes the situation even more uncomfortable. At this point, many people are no longer laughing or brushing it off as drama. They're asking real questions about how children are protected in powerful families and whether fame sometimes comes before safety. Kanye's behavior may be messy and emotional, but his concern for his children has always been consistent. In the end, this doesn't feel like a headline meant for entertainment. It feels like a serious conversation about parenting, boundaries, and responsibility. If even a small part of these fears is true, then this situation deserves attention, not dismissal. And that's why so many people are now looking back at Kanye's warnings and wondering if he saw something everyone else chose not to see.